My name's Maya Newell, and I'm a graduate from the Ohio Center for Broadcasting.
My name is Caitlin.
Anthony Granizo. I'm a graduate of the Ohio Center for Broadcasting.
So my name is Raymond Montoya.
Jim Harper.
Chelsea Trammell.
Jacob Frick. My name's Dustin Jonas.
Dominic.
Will Washington.
My name is Ben Ross, and I'm a graduate of the Ohio Center for Broadcasting.
Well, I got on the internet and I was typing in broadcasting schools, and this was one of the ones that popped up. I'm like that person who buy a book by its cover. I saw their webpage and I thought, well, this is intriguing. So I called and I talked to Dave, one of the recruiters, came down here later that day, and I just fell in love with the opportunity that the school gives you. I walked around the school with our recruiters, and the recruiters are professional. You know, this school offers everything that you need.
I had to go to a broadcasting school to do what I wanted to do. And Ohio Center for Broadcasting, I had known about it, and the opportunity presented itself that I could actually be a student here.
Everybody here, from the instructors to the administration, have done some kind of work in this business. So they're really good at what they're doing.
Another thing I liked was the availability that the school offers to their students. It's day and night, that you can come in weekends.
I come to this school and everybody here made me feel welcomed. And it was great because it's changing a career is frightening for anyone. You don't know where the next check's gonna come from, and you have a family, you have bills to take care of. So I come to this school frightened.
I live out in Long Run, so it's about a 45-minute drive every morning. But when I sat down and I thought and I really looked at the program and see what I wanted to do, I said, I can do this. I want to be in radio, I want to be a broadcaster, I love sports, that's where I want to be.
I didn't think that I would be able to afford it, but our financial aid department here made it happen.
I had some health issues come through while I was here, and it was at times challenging to juggle health, school, work, everything at once. But I knew if I could get it done, that would show myself and others that no matter what's to come, you can get through it.
But it's just like you don't want to go to work, but you go because you have to take care of your family. Well, I didn't want to come to school, but I came because I learned. And then when I left that day, I felt good. I was glad that I came to school.
I didn't think that I can run a board as much switches and knobs and buttons that are on there, and I didn't think I can learn this.
Every single time the same obstacle arose. It was financial aid and just my situation as is. But then things just happen the way they're supposed to happen, and a bit of serendipity kicked in, and I ended up losing my job, enrolled the very next day, and the rest is history. And even despite job changes and everything else, I refused to fall off.
The crazy instructors, you get a lot of knowledge from them, you get a lot of information, and you get a lot of hands-on.
They've come from or are currently working in broadcasting, and they can impart their current stories, what they're experiencing, what they have gone through.
They told me stuff, they showed me stuff, showed me cool stuff.
Well, my favorite instructor was Tim Sabaska. He opened my eyes to what can be done with video.
Michael Collins was great.
Dave Otto was one of my favorite. He's a great radio guy. Jim Hudson, Jim Cota was a good guy to work with.
Tim Sabaska.
I loved Michael Dam. He is just the most goofy instructor, but he makes things understandable to you, but at the same time you're having fun.
Brad Wicks, he knows his stuff, and the fact that he knows it and he's so good at it, it challenged me. He challenged me in that respect.
I had one instructor that done 2 Super Bowls. I had another instructor that was down in the Olympics down in Sydney, Australia. All the instructors here, they still do their jobs. And what I love about the instructors is they let you do things, because the one way to learn is to make mistakes.
Here at the school, we learned a lot of stuff. You know, we had TV modules, radio modules. We had to do 30-minute newscasts, 4-hour radio shows.
Write copy and produce commercials.
I cannot believe how much I learned in just a short period of time. Just the hands-on experience. I am a hands-on person, so just learning certain things and getting to see firsthand how to work a camera or how to run the board in a radio station is just amazing to me.
Using the equipment helped quite a bit to actually get it stuck in my brain.
I did a 30-minute TV program. I was the audio guy for that, which I really found out that I like doing that. You know, I'm the one that make it sound good. You know, and that made it very important to me because, you know, if it doesn't sound good, you know who to look at. The 4-hour radio show. It was great. I wrote some commercials for it, and it was nice hearing them being aired. I mean, it was absolutely positively great. And since they aired it on our internet for the system of the school, that means people back east heard what we did back here in Denver. And I'm pretty sure they thought, man, this is pretty good. And that made me feel good. That made us all feel good. Internship is so vital because you can't, if you get hired for a job and you really don't know what you're doing, you're not going to be there long. Whereas if you're an intern in radio or television, you understand the business.
The more you know, the better off you'll be.
I interned with Lincoln Financial Media at KYGO. I also interned at Intercom, Alice 1059 with Slacker and Steve, and that was really fun.
I interned at 104.3 The Fan, and I was on the Sandy Club show. It's fast-paced environment, it's energy, it's going and having to work through multitasking. You cut up audio, you cut up interviews, and knowing what it's like to be on there or behind the glass. I also interned down here at GoMileHigh.com. I did 3 shows. I was the producer and the host. I interned down here at MileHighUnderground.com. And it definitely showed me how to be an on-air host. It definitely honed my skills and made me do better and showed me how to be a producer, showed me how to do commercial logs, and it teaches you a lot that you won't get at a regular college.
I got a nice internship at High Noon Productions.
I worked at Go Mile High. I was the producer. I produced 4 2-hour shows and 2 1-hour shows. I was also an intern at KYGO, and I did promotions.
Learned more camera work there, doing internships, video editing, since that's what I wanted to do. So yeah, the internships were great to get my foot in the door.
I was able to grab a few skills from each of them that ultimately made my resume just shine, and it's remarkable. I was able to focus in on video, dealing with WKRPradio.com, and I was also able to focus on doing remotes, dealing with Lincoln Financial, as well as Wilkes Broadcasting. I dealt with a lot of writing copy. It's just, I mean, the internships really give you an opportunity to step into that real world and see what it's going to be about and make an educated and informed decision on whether or not that's truly the path you want to go.
When I started, I dead set not do TV. Do not do TV. But I actually found out that I liked the behind the scenes for TV. I liked running the camera. I like directing. I like producing. So it basically just added another path where I thought I wouldn't go.
I was mainly focused on video editing, but then I learned that I have to learn other things to be good, you know, at a job or be qualified for a job. I didn't think of myself as a radio person, but then I had to open up and say, I'm gonna have to learn radio, I'm gonna have to learn other things if I want to be qualified for a job.
And I used to not really want to work with a lot of people. I kind of wanted to do it myself. But now I don't mind it because I know the importance of working with everyone and getting it. You might not like them, but the job has to be done, you know, because you can be replaced.
Just pushing through it and just being able to kind of even stay after class to learn certain things.
I came to the school thinking radio, radio, radio. Well, after having Tim as my instructor, it changed my point of view to say, I guess, to where now I'm all about video.
I usually hear an hour before everybody, and I'm always in the studio. And I'm usually the last student to always leave.
What you want out of it is what you got to put into it, and that's what I believe that. So if you take a step out, when we take a step out of here, it's all set on you. You're not going to have someone that's going to watch you and help you in every move.
I started here kind of a quiet, shy person. I mean, I'm still quiet and shy, but I'm able to be more outgoing now.
I learned tons of different techniques with audio and video.
This was the first school that I've ever been at that worked with the way I learn, and it was the first time I've been in school, and it was actually fun to be here.
Before I came here, I just wanted to learn how to do voiceovers And now I've been on commercials that we produce, and I don't mind sitting in front of a camera anymore. I used to be very shy about that. But at this school, they give you that opportunity. I feel that it has helped me. I speak better. When I get on there and I hear myself back, I'm like, damn, this guy is good, you know? And it makes me feel good. Even if I'm not that good, but I know I'm gonna be better. And I think that I could take my talents and match them up with anyone that's in my school. I know there's some that are better at me at what they do, but then I know that I'm better at them at some of the things that I can do. And we get together and put it together and we can make a heck of a product.
It has been an experience that has changed my life. And being a graduate now, I'm definitely ready for the rest of my life to begin. And I've now reached the pinnacle, and I have to thank OCB for that. It's just been amazing.
It was well worth it every day to come, every day.
It was a little easier than I was expecting. It is a process, but if you just take it one step at a time, just like this school, take it one step at a time, you can get through it.
Well, I take life serious. You know, I take life serious. You're here today and gone tomorrow, for that matter. Or you're sitting here saying, well, why didn't I go to this school? Why didn't I try it? Now I got demos everywhere and I'm really comfortable. I have relatives in Kansas City who's actually watched my streamed show on my radio show from Studio O, and they said I look so natural and I was having fun. And the only reason why I was having fun is because my instructors, they believed not only in their ability, but they believed in all of us, not just me, but the whole class. They teach teamwork, and you have to have that in this kind of industry.
Sky's the limit. So I think that I'm definitely prepared. I'm strapped up, ready to go.
My main goal is to go and do film production and directing. That's where I want to get to.
Work at altitude, editing highlights there. And I got to shadow there one night and see the production of the broadcast and of the games. So that was a great experience to be able to do that. And without the school, I wouldn't have been able to do it.
All my friends said, Will, you know, do something with your voice. I have. So one of these days, you're gonna watch a movie and at the end you're gonna see Will's name for voice of a character. And I'm gonna enjoy it. And that might be a Disney company, that might be DreamWorks, might be a commercial here locally in Denver. I'm ready. I am ready for this. And I couldn't have done it without this school.
Get in the studios, work on your demos, work on your commercials, work on your production. Definitely learn as much as you can. I really did come out of this school knowing what I want to do, where I want to be, and if you go down this route, you definitely will know where you want to be.
Whether you've made your decision or not of the path you're going to take in life, you should always focus on a goal and strive for it no matter what. When I look back, this 9.5-month year program was nothing compared to what I'm going to experience in the future of the success that I know that I'll have.
Whatever you do in life, it is what you do with the opportunities that present themselves. If you just sit back and you wait for things to happen, no. Take charge of your life and grab hold.
Keep pushing forward, even if you feel like you can't do this or this seems impossible. You can do this. You just find that motivation, whatever it is. It could be the smallest thing, it could be the biggest thing. But you'd be amazed what you can get accomplished when you put your mind to it.
Just work hard. It may not pay off in the next day or two, but it'll pay off in the end. Show up to class on time. Show up to class every day. Because if you miss one day, you may not learn that again. So show up, be on time, have fun, have an open mind. Just be ready for anything.
Being a team player and getting along with everyone is a big thing about it all. Because you may not have to like them, but you have to be able to work with them.
You get what you put into the school. And I put a lot into the school, and I got a lot out of the school. And I've made a lot of great friends that I hope to have for many years to come.
If you miss a lot of time, you miss some stuff, you know? So I think you're cheating yourself and you're cheating that potential employer, because the one thing that he might need you to do, those 3 days that you missed, was probably what we learned to do.
If ever there's anything that you want to do in your life, this would be a good place to start that. Because whether you're into marketing, whether you're into sales, whether you're just into the love of music or even shooting videos, this is a great place to get your foot in the door no matter what. And all I can say is go for it, because you never know if you don't.